Hello and welcome back with another game with Linksy. I have got this practice match for this tournament. It's 3v3 on Athens. Whew, I mean, look at those lines. Whenever I see such a well organized defense, I'm like, oof, just love me some decent battles. And I've been really enjoying playing on Athens at the moment. I also have some. I think they're good games. I mean, we were crying trying to hold on to the last. Like it was literally like down to 100 men on each side. Anyway, so we have three attackers over here who, interestingly enough, decided to attack this wall, which I can understand because this is quite an attackable area. There's only this arrow tower, these two arrow towers, and then the gate, of course. But overall, it's quite easy to cap them and hold the area back. Now we have Epirus, Egypt, and I believe Nabatea. Yeah, Nabatea. They bringing a decent army. They have a lot of cavalry, which is, I mean, unusual. Nabatean archers. There's more. There's a lot of cavalry in the attack, which when I city like Athens, it kind of makes sense. Then there's Cretan archers over here, the usual stuff. There's a galley where it has the royal peltasts. Smart, protecting your general. They also bring so much tortoises to the battle. They have an onager. I don't see any more siege equipment though, which is not smart. Yeah, you should bring more than just one onager. At least two should get their siege equipment, mobile siege equipment, because this will provide to be a very tough defense. That said, Galatian swords on the Cretan archers on the arrow towers, they're more semi soldiers. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Attack. What is the defense? Well, we have Massilia over here with Axe warriors in the front, Celtic warriors, Levy freemen, and then they have some, I believe, Torok swords up here and Massilian Torok spears, and their general is Pale Lancers, which can do insane amount of damage. Gallic Hunters for the Averni, and they have Chosen Swords in the rear, and I believe there's an Oathsworn unit or two. I'm not sure. I thought I saw one, but could be wrong. And then Pontus Swords, Thor Spears, Naked Swords. Interesting. Yeah, I need to get Hannibal at the gates because it gives you so many options with regards to mercenary troops. Anyway, let's get started and see how the battle goes. Apparently, there is a mod where you can get these guys utterly naked and have 160 junks flying in the wind. I'm not sure that YouTube would allow that though. So outright, the artillery is being target fired, and ooh, okay, yeah, all right. Now I also realize there's only like two. It's a very awkward slot where you can put your artillery on the walls on this angle, so it's gonna be interesting to hold 43-minute game. Strap in, boys. At this point, I will tell you, you know what? Pause it, go get yourself a drink because I just ran out of my coffee, and enjoy your coffee while I cry because I usually take two coffees in the morning. I just finished my first one. I found this really amazing thing, which I'm an idiot not to having thought of this before. Make extra coffee, put it in the fridge, and you'll have fresh coffee for the next day. I really love cold coffee. It's just the most amazing thing, and yeah, cold coffee in the morning. Oof. Like iced coffee though, like really nice iced coffee, hint of vanilla, a little bit of chocolate. Does it go a long way? So well, I mean, the attackers are that Massilian player. This definitely getting because I believe Averni is the wait, who sent me the replay? Pontus? I think Pontus sent me the replay. This is Essence is always sending me his replays. This is a practice match for the polo tournament. I believe I'll link down I'll write down in the description box below what are the names of the armies. Sorry, the teams. I believe the defending team is Achilles heel with no heel. No, Achilles with no heel, so they don't have a weakness. Good play on words there. Now, I've been having problems personally when I was attacking these fort walls because they tend to stop just about like 70%, 80%, 90%, and it's so annoying. But yeah, when you're attacking this tower, this area here, it's always a good idea to break on either side of the arrow tower, because then you can swarm in, push back the enemy, and cap it for yourself, and it can do a lot of damage. The only downside of it is these arrow towers will be harder to capture, but Epirus is going in there. With five, a person is probably going to break all of this in one go. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Nabatea is holding back, which is questionable. And yeah, these Galatian swords are not having a good time whatsoever. What the hell is happening on this side? Okay. I mean, they do tend to put new strategies on, which are, well, yeah, but this ballista 120 kills, having a field day over there. This ballista is currently being ignored left to there, but I think once they line up, it will. You can alt click and put your ballista attacking this angle. I believe they should be able to attack these Galatian swords easily. In fact, look what the defenders are doing. Back to back Levy Freeman. I mean, they won't last long, but they will last long enough that the warriors and missile units from the sides can do a lot of damage. There's a lot of Celtic warriors. The Averni decided not to bring that many high tier units. I mean, they do have 3 units of chosen swords over there. Yeah, the Oathsworn is back here. I love those boys. They can do so much damage. This is very interesting because, with the exception of Massilia, the other two aren't really good defending factions, and whereas you have Nabatea and Epirus and Egypt, which are three very good defending factions attacking. So it's quite unique in that aspect. Yeah, it did block the tortoise on this side, which I'm not sure that was a good idea. I mean, it's usually a very good idea to put your siege towers close to the wall, because then you can start trimming off the excess, like excess extra units on the sides. Just killing those few extra units. The thing is to actually do that effective. Yeah, you definitely need to move that and start breaking down this wall here. Yeah, and not get on top of the siege on the towers up here at all. Just cruise in, cruise control. What was I saying? Yeah, basically, ideally, yeah, he's not gonna do that. Ideally, you do leave space for this to pass through. You burn this down with, yeah, that's what I was saying. You burn the ballista down with fire arrows, and then you get this, and they can kill up to 40, 50 men, like from in here. Especially these Eastern archers, they would have been getting slaughtered if the ballista towers are hitting them. As we say that, Egypt goes in with Egyptian infantry, which, let us be frank, they are trash units, but Epirus at the same time breaking through and throwing in Illyrian levies. Now, these guys, being medium melee, they still do a lot of damage, and it's mostly due to that axe. They get piercing attack, and they're good trash infantry throw in, and Italian swords are coming in as well. I believe they have yeah. Wait, how much armor do they have? 45 armor, 37 melee defense, and you have 60. And there's worse, slightly worse than Italian swords, but I think they do a lot more damage. Now, Italian swords is rear charging these Celtic swordsmen over here, and these guys are winning decisively, mostly because the Egyptian infantry is getting trashed. But Egypt is actually swarming in with Galatian swords, attacking at every which angle, and that's a gigantic combat zone. As I'm saying that, the tortoise over here manages to break through the gate, and Nabatean axe warriors are on top of the walls. But that's a very bad idea, because then you can get these Eastern archers, and these guys already have 56 kills with very few volleys thrown into these Nabatean axe. Oh my god. Yeah, these boys are getting slaughtered, completely slaughtered. Taurus Spears on this side, trying to provide support to. Okay, these guys might return to the battlefield. Oh wow. Levy Toro Spears. These guys are really good. They're much cheaper than normal Toro Spears. Yeah, provide the same amount of Pila and Pila. And javelins are like really good damage. This is a really good shot into the rear of these Levy Freemen. Those missiles are going to get a lot of kills. As we say that, back here we have more Italian levies more troops coming in to put pressure on this angle. And there it goes. Where is he aiming for? Oh boy. No way. No way. That was a good shot there. Clipping like 6 units from the general unit. Yeah, he's moving the units in as far as possible. That is that would have, if he did not move it, that could have been disastrous. But this light cavalry is not going to have a good time. Again, I'm not sure why they have so much cavalry. I mean, it can do a lot of damage, but first you need to get into the walls, and get into the walls when you concentrate in one area. This area is the easiest to defend because you have. Okay, let's look. Okay, because look, you have this line and this line to go through. Like, you cannot really go through this round through the back, so you have to kill all of this to be even to just get through the gates, right? And on this angle, I mean, it's a little bit better, but ideally you get a battering ram to batter down the hatches here, and you manage to break through. I mean, these guys are not going to break through. Oh, he threw another Nabatean Exodus on the wall, and you break through this line, run over here, capture the gate, and then flood it from there. So when you do attack, I think it's best if you have one person focusing on this section, one person focusing on this section of the wall, because this section of the wall is very difficult to defend. Because to defend it, you need, especially if there's pressure from this side, but there isn't in this case. But this stretches out their troops into this square, which is very open and very difficult choke point. And even if you have like 5 units, just focused on here, because with 2 units, 3 units on siege towers, you can get that to happen. You weaken one of their sections and make the entire thing a lot more manageable. As I'm saying that, these archers are not having a good time. These Gallic hunters are, well, at least they were getting return fire on them, so that's good. These mercenary Italian swordsmen also getting Rackarooed over there. Yeah, they're shattering already, and they got 1 kill. Okay, these archers are trying to get that ballista, but the ballista is a 33 kills, so it's done a lot of damage. These the Epirian faction is struggling, but as I say that, Egypt is actually managing to break through this frontline effect. More Celtic warriors are being pulled in, and the generals being pulled in for reinforcements. Nabatea is interestingly not really attacking for some reason. Like, I mean, it is sending 1 unit at a time, but it's not really putting that much pressure on the fight. I mean, it could definitely put a little more pressure on this area, especially with its Nabatean archers. Wherever they are, they're over here. They're marching through the forests. Yeah, with Nabatean archers, you should be able to whittle down these Tor spears and the what you call them, Pontus swordsmen quite easily. That's not happening, and these Eastern archers, I swear to God, they're some of the best archer units in the game. I love them. Yeah. Now this is going to be that Celtic warriors came back. It's going to be a problem for the attackers, because they were capping this arrow tower. Oh, they're still capping it. Oh wow, they're still capping it. They're just this is perfect. If they manage to cap this arrow tower, that's going to provide a lot of support for them, and it's going to push back all of this. Now, on this side, Massilia is just throwing in everything. These Gallic hunters. Oh, that is a stupid mistake. Oh, that is such a stupid mistake. You do not want your Gallic hunters to fight, and they do not. I mean, they did not use any of their ammo. This is such a good thing. These mercenary Italian swords are getting such good value for their money. Why are you pulling back? No, 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 no. Keep fighting. You were getting such good value for your money there. These guys still have their ammunition. You are killing them. Oh, that was so bad. Because if he retreated, like, he should have stayed there for a while longer. As I say that, Massilla's pushing out from this side, and yeah, these Italian levies are broken. These archers. Did they burned down the ballista, but they've lost a lot. And the Cretan archers back here. Oh, Pontus, Galatian Royal Guard in reserve. There's still a decent amount of reserves. Okay. These Pontic swords are going to really suffer. These Celtic infantry over here not having a good time. Yeah, why did you do that? Now they can shoot at you again. As I say that, okay, he caught them in time this time. Galatian swords charging the ex-warriors, and
I'm not sure if it's possible, but you should be able to make a three column formation and push in just enough to neutralize that. There's enough space there. I mean, this guy might clip you, but there should be enough space to just start neutralizing that arrow tower, because that is going to definitely be a problem. Definitely be a problem. These Egyptian infantry are back, I believe. Yeah, those are the guys from the start. These Celtic warriors are not having a good time holding the line over here, and yeah, they're setting up their defense over here, the second layer of defense, because the gate is collapsing. The Massilian and Averni defense is collapsing, whereas the Pontic defense is doing very well. The Nabatean ex-warriors found a way to charge through the ranks, and now are going to get completely surrounded as they engage Taurus spears. They're getting decent kills on these Taurus spears with their initial charge. What's the charge bonus on these guys? 25. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Galatian swords routed off the battlefield with these Eastern spearmen absorbing a lot of ammunition, and the Pontic swords over here doing very well. As I say that, this is an interesting technique. I mean, it is akin to pushing through. It's not pushing through, but it's akin to it, where you charge a unit and then you charge another unit and then you charge another unit. As long as there is a gap, you'll manage. This is perfect because now you can charge the archers and he will not get caught. Now, I would actually charge the archers. Yeah, he's giving you the archers. Just charge them. He's firing into your ear. Okay, these Eastern spearmen absorbed a couple of shots of arrows there, but they're not doing very well. Galatian swords and Levotary spears carry an X-Men moving up. Taurus spears are engaged in the fight with more Celtic warriors, and they're slowly chewing through on this angle. These axe warriors that came outside are being run around with Samite warriors engaged and levies engaged, and they're slowly but surely killing. And I seriously would, yeah, there is space. Get this unit, yeah, this unit of Egyptian infantry, get it in here and start capping those arrows because they're gonna do so much damage to you. These Taurus spears over here not getting that many kills against the Celtic troops, so Carrion X-Men coming charging in, and Carrion X-Men 180 skills. That is amazing. But as I say that, a volley of doom and despair is gonna come towards you today, and that's gonna cost you a lot. Now, as we say this, so if they decide to fall back, Pontus will have to fall back through this angle, like have to pull back through this side, whereas these guys have the option, two, three options. They even can go all the way around, so they have a decent area to charge back. Now the thing, also, if I was the attacker, I would be focusing way more on Pontic's side. So if you manage to break this Pontic swords, these two, grab your cavalry. These are light melee, very heavy shock. Yeah, you have heavy shock cavalry and charge in here. Because if you manage to charge in here, you can get the noble horse, and you can get 5 units of missiles. Right, 6 units of missiles. And with a shock cavalry, you need 3 seconds to break one of these, like instant break. The other option, of course, is to break through here, which is, yeah, this would be very easy. Charge this unit of Pontic swords over here. Okay, he's blocking the gap. He's blocking the gap. He's definitely blocking the gap. These Nabatean swordsmen are doing decent job, and the Galatian swords are slowly chipping away. Yeah, but he's realizing the weakness there. Now, it's as if he's listening to me in the past. That's absolutely interesting. Okay, let's get a better shot of this. They're still chewing away at this arrow tower. Um, these Samite warriors are actually getting hit by. Yeah, the tortoise is glitched through. I mean, it becomes a non-entity, but sort of an entity. At the same time, oh, this is gonna be a good few volleys. Cretan archers are swarming inside the settlement, and that's definitely going to make a big impact. These Egyptian infantry tried to walk through probably, but it was a little bit too late because the Torok swordsman came in. Of course, we all know how good Torok swordsman can be, but it's good to see the Torok swordsmen are being pushed up front. It means that the defense is running out of troops. As we say that, the missile wars are about to begin. The attackers can't seem to find a good place to place their missiles down, so they're moving them around, whereas the defenders moved in and got ready to set a charge. Now, what the hell happened here? Yeah, there a lot of horses died. Maybe one of the attackers pushed in their horses. It's definitely seems so. These light horses didn't get many kills at all. Seems one of the attackers pushed in their horses. Who's this? Nabatea? Citizen Cav. Yeah, apparently they tried to push in their light horse on that side. No. What is this? This is Epirian, Thessalian Cav. Another thing you could do in this scenario is you pull back these Semite warriors till here, expose the flag, because these guys will move forward, right? And charge them in the side.
Oh my god.
My nose. Something's happening to my nose. Yeah, these Cretan archers are not having a good time. I mean, okay. Yeah, these Gallic hunters aren't either, though, because all of this, firing at them, focus firing on Gallic hunters is definitely doing the damage. One of the Gallic hunter units is going down. Yeah, I mean, it's down to 56 kills, 55 men, and the others are also slightly injured. In an archer war, Cretan archers tend to win because they can fire much faster, but you have only so many volleys that you can throw. I believe you can only shoot 50 volleys to one go, and yeah, oh wow, yeah, these guys are down. These are guys are yeah, that's a lot of damage being done to those archer units. As we say that the Gallic hunters are shooting in and to the flanks of these Cretan archers, more Cretan archers are being walked in from Epirus to Nabatean bowmen. Okay, Nabatea has given up on this flank, and I believe that is a big mistake because this flank was crucial, very crucial. At the same time, they have lost everything they have. I mean, their lesser pikemen are down to half health. Their noble swordsmen are, yeah, they got demolished there. So they're pulling back all their troops and preparing to assault from this angle. They're bringing their Nabatean sword archers in to do the damage over here. And the Eastern Onager actually is, I believe, it's in a good angle to kill the Epirus. Right now it's not. You need to conserve that ammunition as best as possible. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pontus lost a lot. I mean, Pontus's army has been significantly depleted, but 200 kills on these Pontic swords, they held the line. And as I say that, the light horses charging outside, those Pontic swords definitely got a lot of kills, and these Eastern archers have racked up a significant amount of damage as well. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Yeah, you do not leave your archers unattended like this. This is a very stupid mistake from Nabatea. I mean, these archers are heavy archers, so they should be able to deal with the light horse semi-easily, especially... Dude, what is... Oh, it's such a big mistake. And the thing is, if he keeps... Yeah, he lost... I mean, the exchange there was not the best for the cavalry because they are light horse, but yeah, the general is now moving in, and this is a noble cav, so it will do a lot of damage. It seems the Semite warriors are being, this is smart from the defenders. They pulled back slightly to allow their arrow towers to do more damage. And as we say, that citizen cav is being charged into the breach, and the defenders are moving in their troops to try and hold this charge. I'm not sure why they did this, because they took so much arrow fire from the walls. Maybe they wanted to move the... I mean, smart. What I think would have been smart is throw your citizen cav in here, get your shock cav in, and charge the rear. These levy freemen. The Gallic hunters have been trimmed down a size or two. At the same time, these Celtic warriors have been pushing back, and now they're fighting against noble swords. But Massilian Thorax swordsman is on this side, and Pontus is pulling back its troops to assist the main defense. It seems that defense was faltering, but they've actually managed to hold on very well. Quite impressive, actually. Now, if you are the attackers, I would clean up these Gallic hunters, but then I would start shooting into the flanks of these Thorax swordsmen, trimming them down. So missiles over here, trimming down the size over there, or just these axe warriors over here. Not these ones, because they're firing at these axe warriors. Shoot at the ones in the back, because you can have a better angle from the sides. whereas your archer fire will not do so much damage when they have their shields up in the air. I mean, look at those shields. Those shields are big, and they increase your missile block chance significantly. Okay. How they fire through these gates, through those walls, I do not understand. As I'm saying, yeah, there you go. Something like this. You need a unit that is in this position, and it will drop like flies. They don't have much armor and much melee defense, and they get. I mean, look at all the damage they're absorbing. Finally, these Celtic warriors are breaking, but these Thorax swordsmen come up to support it. And yeah, they're softened up, so definitely, yeah, chosen swordsmen being pulled up to the front lines. So definitely, the damage has been done on this flank, but not nearly enough. Now, yeah, there's pikemen over here. That's going to be very difficult to break through anymore. Honestly, though, why did you bring this here? Yeah, the Nabatean player made some stupid decisions. Like, he needed to attack from both angles at the same time. Like, he needed to break this down and this down. He didn't need to put troops up here at all. Well, I mean, it's possible since he didn't break that. And he needed to put pressure from both sides. This way, Pontus was able to focus down on one singular area. The trick is, especially fighting against much better players than yourself, stretch them. The micromanagement is it's quite difficult in this game. Desert pikemen being pulled up in the front, but pike stacking is not allowed. They only have one unit of pikemen each. So pike stacking should be allowed, and he should really put his pikes in formation and push them a bit forward, especially since he's stacking so much warriors with the tiny swordsman over there, which is atrocious, 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 atrocious. There's a lot of cavalry left in reserves, and unless they manage to break through this area, that cavalry is going to be absolutely useless in this fight. So they definitely need Galatian Royal Guard charging in. This is the elite units of the Egyptian player. They can go toe to toe with Praetorian Guard or Oathsworn units. They're some of the best units in the game, but they're very, very expensive. They are pretty much just beefed up Oathsworn unit. I think they can do Headhunt, and we look at their attack. They have 50 attack and 45 weapon damage, melee attack and 45 weapon damage. They have a very good charge bonus. They have very high morale. They're resistant to heat, I believe. Yeah, resistant to heat, hide in forest, they can encourage headhunt and shield wall. So they're a very, very good unit. They do not have as much attack. Oh, those noble swordsmen were crushed. This Thorax swordsman is now going to get charged. Yeah, this is exactly what I talk normally. It's like when you have a unit attacking the front, have one ready to attack it, support it instantly. Now, these missile units are again having a very good angle. So I would actually give up that position, or yeah, no, you bring them here, fire back. That's fantastic, and your Nabatean archers should be better in every which way. As we say this, the Desert Pikemen finally push forward and get 7 kills. The Nabatean player is not doing the biggest plays in the game, but it's definitely doing something. The Galatian swords move in, and the gate is finally starting to be neutralized. But they definitely need to throw more units in here, so these Semite warriors should come and start attacking. And putting pressure as much as possible on this angle. These guys will hold, but they will not hold forever. As strong as they are not immortal. And it seems all the Cretan archers were massacred over here. What the hell killed the Cretan archers? Gallic hunters? Doesn't make sense. What killed the Cretan archers? Wait, yeah, Gallic hunters. Massilian Gallic hunters can fire from ambush. Ooh, they can snipe. Yeah, the bodies of the attackers. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say that the attackers are gonna manage to break through in at this point because they've expanded so much of their units, and it's just a little bit too much for them to break through. And their reserves are mostly cavalry now, and they don't have a good place where they can throw their cavalry in. I mean, don't get me wrong; these guys can change the game around. The Galatian Royal Guard, they've already killed 55, and these guys are. They were fighting No, they're fighting ex warriors. They're not fighting Thorax swordsmen anymore. So I mean, they'll definitely do good, but slowly and surely, troops are being broken. There's no chosen swords in the battlefield, and there's just a little bit too much from the attacker side. No, sorry, defender side. Just it's too much left. The trade-off was real. I think the majority of the losses that could have been avoided was on the Pontic side, where definitely Nabatea could have done a lot more damage, which is unfortunate. Um, that is very unfortunate that not enough damage was carried out from that angle. But on the other hand, it, I mean, Egypt did well in the attack. Epirus failed the attack on this, like did not put enough pressure on this side, so he could not. Again, it's just a question of putting pressure in the right places, right? They focused, tried to make a breach in this angle, and they were winning this fight over at the center because they had pressure on this side and on that side. And that's why they were breaking through because they're pushing through. They were killing unit after unit and pushing through. But the problem is their momentum stopped way too early. These Semite warriors are exposed. Yeah, you don't send Semite warriors alone like that. Galatian Royal Guard are coming in. More Semite warriors are coming into the rear, but Taurus spears are ready to block them. Levy Freemen over here using their Pila. Levy Freemen should not be getting those many kills against Semite warriors. It's it's pretty much a rout at this point. These Norwegian bowmen did definitely a good job. These Royal Guard are slowly being killed, but they're trading very well. They've almost finished an entire unit of Axe Warriors, but now they're getting peppered down by layers upon layers of Pila. Axe Warriors sword, like they'll never, these guys might kill the Taurus swordsman, but they will never manage to kill the chosen swordsman. Just a little bit too much. The general is coming in. Finally, it seems that the Royal Peltas had to be pulled in because the Chosen Warriors and the Torque Swordsmen over here managed to win the fight. The Royal Peltas have 62 melee attack and 36 weapon damage, so they should be able to deal with the armor of the Chosen Swords quite easily. The issue here is that the game is pretty much GG. Then again, there's 15 minutes left. There could be a really good charge because this area is getting thinner and thinner. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look the attackers have. The defenders have that much left either. I mean, they still have Pontic swords over here. Pontus has a lot left. The others not so much. If you look at Averni are in their last drags of units because they were fighting the hardest fight over here. Massilia still has some troops, but yeah, the Galatian Royal Guard managed to break through. The Desert Lancers there is an eye gap, and they're going to charge through. These Taurus swordsmen are not going to be having a good time. And yeah, they've managed to break through on this side, and that is devastating charge into these units. Yeah, and they've broken through that unit very easily. And now, nice counter charge from the light horse from Massilia over there. These Numidian bowmen trying to cap the gates, stop their Galatian Royal Guard from getting surrounded. But if this Galatian Royal Guard gets surrounded, these Royal Peltas should be doing a lot of damage to these Axe Warriors on this side. Galatian Royal Guard 200 kills, but they are slowly losing. Royal Peltas over here, they're down almost 40 men. They're down 43 men, 45 men now. But they've killed one unit of Chosen Swords, another unit of Chosen Swords appears, and there's a pipe wall unit over here. So it's definitely not going in their favor. Yeah. I think a good cav charge in here with the remaining... you have... No, light cavalry over there. It seems the cavalry was broken. The citizen cav. Wait. Okay, the Thessalian cav was pulled out with minimal losses. That's very good. The Nabatean onager is coming in, and it's probably gonna try and find a good spot where to charge in. The citizen cav is holding the chosen swordsman in place, and the Galatian Royal Guard on this side is getting a lot of kills. Finally, the Levy Freeman broke. Yeah, if they did this like 10 minutes ago, this would have definitely been a rout, and they would be fighting in this square right now. 10 minutes ago, Nabatea was still fighting Pontus on that flank, and it would have done a lot more damage. You need to coordinate your attack. You need to be bold when you're attacking, and the boldness clearly did not shine in this game. Well, I mean, they were very cautious. They attacked as if they were defending, which I understand because they're using defending civilizations. With the exception of Epirus, because Epirus can have decent attacking stuff. Egypt is so-so. I mean, Egypt I've seen more as the defending civ than anything faction, but you never know. Oh, they lost the gates again. No, actually, Galatian Royal Guard are charging through. They're following up on this unit. So Massilia is in full retreat on this angle, and Pontus is coming along to try and support, hiding his troops on this angle here, so the ballista will not do so much damage. Cavalry is running down the routing units. Finally, they managed to break through. This is quite exciting. But there is so much left in reserve. There's Naked Warriors, there are a couple of units out here which have not seen battle yet. These guys are a bit... Actually, no, they're fresh again. And they're very, very, very good shape and good health. The pikemen from Epirus has engaged over here, and the Royal Peltasts are not having a fun day at all whatsoever. Why are the pikemen being pulled back? Ooh. Yeah, you need to put pressure there. As we say this, ooh, okay. Seems the onager is being fired because it could not get into the gate, and it's trying to just get that blob over there, which is being pulled back, absolutely pulled back. And oh, okay. You should not waste your ammunition like that because that's gonna cost you a lot more than it should. Now, what's left for the attackers? They have a depleted unit of peltas, full unit of pikemen, a couple of units of missiles, which are heavily depleted by now, 2 desert cavalry back here, heavy cavalry here. Seems they lost a unit of shock cavalry trying to break through there. They still have Thessalian cav, which can honestly do insane amounts of damage. It seems Pontus is pulling back to this angle, which I understand. I mean, I sort of do understand, but he should actually put a last stand up here to provide missile fire if they manage to get into there. And on this hill, it's very easy to defend and slow down because at this point, all they need to do is just slow down the enemy and do as much damage as they can. The Galatian Royal Guard, 200 kills and 50 left, 200 kills, 130 left. Definitely being allowed to rest. 61 kills on this Eastern Onager. Decent amount of kills. The Averni is moving his one of his last units, I believe. I mean, he probably has his Gallic hunters hiding somewhere. He might have some troops. No, we can see all of his army. He has 19 Celtic warriors. He has the Oathsworn left, which is fantastic. He has this depleted unit of chosen swords and his general, which is also slightly depleted. So overall, it's I mean, Arveni is almost out. Whereas Massilia, what does Massilia have? He has Pontic, no, that's Pontus. What am I saying? Gallic hunters over here. Are they spent? No, they still have some ammunition. There's the Massilian Hippeus Lancers, which is ready to charge in. Thorax Swordsmen, some Taurus Spears, some Celtic Slingers, which are full ammunition. Okay, they still have troops, which they can do a lot of damage with. Semite Warriors are still alive. The Cretan Archers are moving up to try and probably snipe these Celtic Slingers, which would be the most ideal way to get the bounce of power, because everyone you kill, you're killing a certain amount. Ooh. Okay, the defense is pulling back its troops. Slowly, they're doing a staggered fallback, especially since the artillery fire is pushing them back. As I'm saying this, there's light horse moving in the rear of the attackers on this side. So the attackers are now enclosed in this space. And the attackers really and truly get one shot at this. They do not have enough ammunition. They do not have enough troops. I don't know why they're wasting so much. I would send 2 units, try to blow them up and fire point blank range, because this way you're not getting the best out of your onager. I mean, I get it, you've done a lot of damage, but now charge in, because your onager is not going to get any more kills like that. These Celtic Slingers could possibly do a lot of damage if they're up here. I mean, they'll be open to arrow fire, but this provides a little bit of defense, and at the same time, you can do a lot of damage to their troops. What are they doing? Okay. It seems the defenders are taking back the initiative and are charging forward. and this is going to be interesting. Okay, they're pulling their cavalry outside the settlement and they're preparing to charge in the rear of this army and do as much damage as possible to melt this guy down. Because now, I mean, they do have light cavalry, but these light cavalry are not going to hold against Epirus lancers, and you need this tessellating cavalry. Yeah, the attackers at this point just can only the only thing they can really do is inflict as much damage as possible. And this is a concave area, like damage carried out here is going to be immense. It seems these guys are now hidden, so they cannot really be seen. And yeah, that was an interesting attack. I really enjoyed how Egypt fought. Epirus could have done a little bit more at the start. Nabatea definitely failed miserably to attacking, and this has cost them the game. Because I mean, they did a really good effort to try and break through, but was just a little bit too short. I don't think they had enough. I mean, aero support at the start when they should have, and they needed another breach definitely, at least another breach. And as we say that, what is happening? They're staring each other down. Yeah, I mean, the Nabatean is trying to contest these cavalry forces here. They can see that there are two cavalry like running around, so they're trying to put some pressure. I have no idea what they're doing though. Because they're attacking, they should be attacking. Okay, they're finally making a move. And they're charging forward. Oh boy. These Samite warriors are not going to have a good time at all. The Celtic slingers are shooting in. The Samite warriors taking a lot of pila on their shields and from their sides. Oh my god, that is brutal to see. That is absolutely brutal to see. As we say that these Celtic slingers are being massacred really fast by these volleys from this angle. Eastern archers take no time at all to start replying an arrow fire from their side. Galatian Royal Guard manages to break through. Oh, that is going to be big. So you can either do one of two things. You can either chase these down, which you never catch, or you can rear charge these guys and go berserk on the Thorax swords because they will lose decisively. You need to rear charge these Thorax swordsmen. Not these guys, these guys. You can break this so easily. And naked swords, you can then charge them. What is he doing? No. Rear charge these guys. You'll have time to turn around. Well, not anymore, but you would have had time to turn around. Then you could have killed so much because these guys would have broken instantly. They're losing decisively. They're still confident, but they're losing decisively. As I say that, the naked sword, yeah. Naked swords charging in, everyone going frenzy, berserk, and head hunting. The general for the Egyptian player is getting splattered by these Pontic swordsmen over here with the missile, the peel of fire. The charge has started in earnest. They completely ignored this section, which is stupid in my opinion, because they definitely should have put more pressure on that front. And on this front, they should have charged with cavalry, because there was space for this cavalry to make a lot of damage. Because what you need is to distort their formation, even if just for a second, break it so you can push your units through in those specific areas. These Galatian Royal Guard over here, 356 kills, 300, yeah, they're breaking 257, and they broke 357 kills. Not bad for a unit of Galatian Royal Guard, but again, there's only so much you can do. These Royal Peltas charging forward, trying to get a couple of kills. Now, Royal Peltas, you don't use them like this. Royal Peltas is a shock unit. It's one of the only heavy shock units in the game, infantry units. And what you do is, like this, you have a unit engaged, forming a shield wall. These are heavy units, so they can form a shield wall and they can keep killing. Then you charge in your Pontus from behind, and these guys will do a lot of damage really quickly. I mean, these guys will win against two Pontic swordsman units like that, no problem. But they can kill 4 or 5 if you use the hammer and ammo method. As we're saying this, these pikemen definitely need to be pushing forward. they need to be putting as much pressure everywhere at the same time if possible. These Celtic Slingers didn't do a good job this game. They have been annihilated, but it's the only victory that the attackers have coming at them is they won the missile war, but they lost. They won the missile battle, but they lost the war. I mean, the defense is definitely struggling to hold on. What I say struggling, I mean it's holding on, but it it's been pushed back significantly in the encounter, and these naked swordsmen over here. Wait, where are the naked swords? There was a naked swords unit. Yeah, these naked swords over here took definitely a lot of damage, but I don't think the attackers have enough to, and have what it takes to. Yeah, they're pushing, they're charging into this unit over here. Yeah, they're breaking it. That's perfect. You can charge this naked sword unit, and they probably will get a lot of kills, but the attack is faltering out at this point. It's just the point of getting as many kills as possible and doing the as much damage as possible. That naked sword unit could have broken, but now this Thessalian cap is being charged by two heavy shock units over there. Very heavy shock unit, and shock cavalry. And the Nabateans finally broke through on this angle because how the hell did Nabatea break through? Oh, probably through this side. Yeah, definitely through here. You can see the bodies. They're trying to kill the generals, but it is GG. There's too much left in reserve, and this onager does not have any ammunition anymore. This light calf definitely should be engaged as well, but it is too little, too late for the Nabatean general. And the Epirian general I think is dead. Yeah, the Epirian general is dead. In fact, they're being routed off the map. Army losses is being inflicted on the enemy attackers, and they're shattering slowly but surely. This pike unit is going to get surrounded entirely, and it's not going to go well for them. This cav unit was annihilated pretty much. They did. I mean, look at that guy. This is just a heroic guy, heroic dude. 246 on creature archers. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Definitely could have been gone a lot better. I mean, I must say the defense was impeccable. You know, they moved their units in the right manner. They were on point. They were constantly moving around, shifting, making sure that they have different areas covered. This defense over here was very, very good, and it ended up helping a lot here. But this could have been avoided partially. This could definitely have been avoided if they moved their unit over here and they just capped it a little bit, because this arrow tower killed so many high tier units for Epirus and Egypt. It was incredible. Yeah, and now the units are breaking. I mean, again, the raw peltas for the Egyptian general is doing a lot of damage, but army losses has been inflicted, and it is GG. 12 seconds left in game. Very excited to see the kill count. I think I'm going to say that Averni got the highest kills, but it could probably be Pontus. Yeah. Assis was playing as Pontus, but yeah, never had a chance to begin with. And replay. Averni! Reese's Piece. Oh, Reese's Peeper. Crack Shields. My good man. Really good guys. They're a fantastic team. No, not Averni. Holy crap. They got such an even kill count. All of them. Such an even kill count. Crack Shields has been actually not even Pontus. No, Massilia got the highest kills. Both Massilia and Averni got annihilated though. Like Massilia had almost nothing. Sorry, Averni had almost nothing left. I mean, it's general and Oathsworn unit. Crack Shields, just his general, and two very, very depleted Gallic hunters. So yeah, the attack on this side is just fantastic. Whereas Assens, of course, still had his entire army left. But that goes to show Battle Anthem didn't do that so well, which is understandably. But he could have done a lot more, a lot more by just breaking. There was opportunity for him to break another hole in the wall. There was opportunity for him to use his missiles properly, which he didn't. I mean, Nabatean heavy archers are really good. His artillery was not used properly. His cavalry could have gotten a lot more kills. Yeah, overall, Battle Anthem did very poorly. Epirus, again, I wish I saw more. I mean, towards the end, he pulled through and started doing a lot of damage, but I wish I saw more damage being done especially with these Semite soldiers over here. Thessalian cav was not used at all, and Cretan archers. I mean, this guy did really well, but these two archer units were annihilated in the start. And Egypt, 2,700 kills, definitely in Euros, amazing, amazing player. Almost all of his units were used properly, and I mean his archers, his missiles definitely were targeted down, but his Galatian Royal Guard just fantastic in the end. 443 kills and 258 kills, just amazing. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did like the content, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, say hi. If you do have your own games, please send them on totalwarbro@gmail.com. Everything in the description box below. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys tomorrow and take care. Bye bye.